Okay, welcome back to Poldy's Let's Play series. My name is Poldy, and this is episode 5 of our Let's Play series. Between episodes, I've done a bit of mining, and I've also, of course, it's raining right now. Let me turn off that ambient sound. Weather off. Just for now, while we're recording. So I've gone ahead and I've started a line of oak trees, as you can see here. I've also been propagating some saplings, some jungle saplings, by just planting sort of haphazardly, not in a line quite yet, but I think I have enough of them to plant them in a line, so I'll probably do that after this round is done. Go ahead and chop this one down. Yeah, so it'd be cool if I could collect all the saplings, but before I do that, I'd like to get a map going so that I can keep track of where I've been and not get lost. And also, you know, it's always kind of been a goal of mine to get the world. I mean, obviously you can't map the whole world, that's crazy, but to get a good amount of the world mapped out, that'd be great. You know, at least some people base. Anyway, we've also we did get a bunch of leather from those cows we have. Right here. We have about 59. I don't know how much you need to make the required 15 bookshelves for enchanting, but I think we're well on our way at least. I guess the next order of business for today is going to be, let's probably get to work on expanding our farm a little bit, and then we'll also see if we can start mapping out the world a bit too. Yeah, so I'll get this taken care of. Oh, I also went ahead and let me just get this here. I also went ahead and flattened out that area where the trees are, so that I can have the saplings drop more, so that they don't really get lost in the bushes. So you can see this is much flatter than it was. We'll have to come back here periodically to pick up the saplings that drop. Yeah, so there's that. And yeah, so we have our oaks growing in also. We're gonna have to go down into the base and make some another hoe. But yeah, so we'll do that right now. I've also collected a bit of bamboo, which is good. We can use that also as a resource. And let's go ahead and make a bow here. Okay. Do I have any torches? Yes, I have loads of torches. And here's my bucket. And my infinite water source I did put down. I think I did that in one of the last episodes. Somewhere around here. I can't remember. I thought I did that. Didn't I put it right here by the chickens? Or was it over here by the corner? Yeah, it's right here. Okay, so we'll grab a bucket. And I guess this must be getting hydrated by the rain. I didn't really know it could do that actually. Anyway, here's 4. And yeah, we'll have it there. Here. We'll get rid of this grass. And we'll fill this with water. And I don't have any slabs on me, but I'll take care of that in a second. And I also, I think this was in last episode, I found some, I was actually able to find some beetroot seeds in one of the dungeon chests, so that was cool. It's pretty much nighttime now, so we can go to sleep before something bad happens. Yeah, so let's go and do that. Right, so we'll just head back down and sleep for the night. So yeah, another thing I'd like to work on in the next couple episodes, just I guess not during the episodes, but sort of in my spare time, I'd like to get a skin going, because right now we only have regular Steve skin. So yeah, it'd be good to get my own sort of personality into a skin. So if any of you guys have any recommendations, just I know there's websites out there for it, but I think as far as actual design, I'm not too sure. So I'll see what if anyone has anything to say about that. I guess I don't have any slabs. I thought I did. But, okay, so we'll take some of this and we'll turn it into 6 slabs. And yeah, I've also done a bit of organizing so that this is still organic stuff that just hasn't been sorted yet. This is just saplings, this logs, and some planks. So go ahead and chuck these in here. And yeah, eventually, obviously, we'll have a nice storage room, and even just eventually a more nuanced system for our storage, where we have more categories. I'll put this here. Oops. That's not what I want to do. Okay, there we go. So yeah, when I farm, I like to put every other row as wheat, because I feel like that's just the staple crop that you basically need. Also, obviously, wheat is good because the seeds are the chicken's food, and the wheat is the cow, pig, and sheep food. And it's just a bit more useful than carrots, which are great for our own food sources, but you know, as far as you know, breeding animals and stuff, it's not as useful. I guess, you know, it's good for pigs, obviously, but apart from them, I guess rabbits too, right? I haven't ever been able to corral any rabbits, so that'd be a good goal for this series, like a, you know, mini goal, I guess you could say. Yeah, so now we have a bit more of a farm. So we'll go ahead and harvest the wheat that's ripe. Or I guess that's not the way we're ready to harvestable. And then for now, we'll just have the beetroots there, and we'll get more seeds as they grow up. Yeah, see, so now we have all the chickens that we can feed. And somehow it was only while I was playing a couple minutes ago off camera that I picked up the first egg. Let's see if we can get this. Now I have a million eggs, so let's see if we can't just chuck them in there. And get some more bonus chickens. How's that? Okay. So yeah, we still have plenty of cows. We'll go ahead and use up the little wheat that we harvested just to So yeah, obviously also my experience has come up quite a bit, so it'll be a great time to start enchanting. In fact, I think I can start making the books up for that. We have some sugar cane over here. Carrots in and the seeds. And I guess the pumpkins was crafted with the seeds, right? Yeah. So we'll just keep it like that, though. Okay, so yeah, but I think what I'd like to do in this episode, we're already getting well along, is to go ahead and do some exploring. So we will make a compass, and I don't have any. Oh, I do have some paper. I don't need the torches in our offhand. Make 2 of these. So if we need to do this, of course. And so that. Okay, so open this. Actually, I don't want to open the second. Darn. That's alright. We'll use ID 0 and make it zoomed out as far as we can go. Just 4 times. Actually, I don't know. What if I say this and then this? Darn. Okay. So this one's pretty much useless, although it provides us with a little overview of what we've been doing so far. I'll just chuck it in there. I guess I could chuck it in a lava lake. okay. Let's try again. More iron. And a redstone. There's a compass. And now we need a bit more paper. So there's our sugar cane. And I'd also like to get a house made, although obviously I can't really do both of those things in one episode. So maybe I'm feeling like the next episode will be good for that. Now where's my leather? It's over here. So I'm making 2 maps, right, so I can display one of them with an item frame. And let's put it right there, and we'll put it right there. So yeah, so there's that map. I'll leave it like this for now. I like the idea of having my my sort of base, my initial base setup preserved, and then eventually when I move house to let's put the sticks up here. You know, I can look back and be like, oh yeah, like this is what we started with, and now we have this base. So we'll take some torches. We have plenty of picks. We have our boat. And we don't need a bucket, but I'll bring it anyways. And of course, now I don't have any sheep yet. I don't have some steak from those benevolent cows. Yeah, so we don't have any sheep right now. Where did I put the rest of this stuff? Over here, I guess? Yeah. Well, take half a stack. Half a stack. So let's smelt up that iron and get some shears. This is odd. Why am I not all the way in the corner? I thought it must be based on where I am in the chart. So there's our 2 iron. And now I have some shears. So I could just bring the existing bed. Obviously, if I don't find sheep right away, that's what I'll do. But I think there should be plenty of sheep around. Because obviously we don't want to really be wandering around the world far away from home at night. So there's some sheep over there. See if, and here's some closer to us. And I should really wrangle them at some point, but for now we'll just shear them. We'll shear these 2 white sheep over here, and we'll get a bed going. So there's that. 1 wool looks like. 1 wool. Of course, naturally, there's not a 3rd sheep. There is one way over there. So this other one was gray wool, I think. So oh, here's one. So we'll take this guy's wool, and there's that. Oh, of course he gave us 3. I didn't even know they could give you 3. Now that I think about it, can you enchant shears with fortune and all that? I actually don't know. I guess I may as well. Oh, I don't have any wood. I was gonna say I may as well make a crafting bench to take with me, but I'll just go. Maybe I will. I'll do that because I might need one while I'm out and about. So we'll go ahead and get this oak tree chopped down. And there's that. And turn this into 8 planks. And turn that into a crafting bench. And turn that into a bed. Cool. Now, of course, it's almost nighttime. I think what I'm going to do, actually, is go ahead and sleep in my usual bed for now, because since I'm so close to home, you know, I feel like if you don't have to sleep in a bed that's going to be picked up right away, you shouldn't, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's just head back down and take a little snooze. Yeah, so I don't know which direction we'll go. We can't really, we could go this way, we could go this way, this way or this way. This particular map, so maybe I should go in those directions first, just to fill up that corner of the map. Maybe that's what we'll do. Just head that way. We'll head up first. Yeah. So every time I walk through the saplings, I'm afraid that they're gonna grow and then I'll get suffocated in the tree, which has happened to me before. I want to say. But anyway, we'll put this over here. Looks like I'm about to get hungry. So yeah, we'll just take this over here. Okay. And there's that. So that's the end of that. And yeah, as we can see, there's a coral reef biome. So that's really cool. I'm glad we spawned really close to one of those. I haven't ever really played around with that at all, so that would be something cool to check out as our playthrough goes along. Okay, so this is the end of the map. Looks like. So let's go ahead. I'll take these cacti. And we got cactus green. Why don't we just walk along this edge for a while and see what we can see? Yeah, I think we're close enough to the edge that it's gonna fill in up to the edge of the map, so that'll be good. So yeah, so this is clearly a forest biome. I guess that's probably exactly what it's called, right? Minecraft forest, right? On the left side of the F3 screen. So yeah, so we'll see what all we can come across. I think there may be a desert over this way next to the savanna, because we did go to that savanna earlier. That's kind of to the left, but straight this way, which I guess is, which way am I facing? I'm trying to find it. No, I can't tell. Oh yeah, facing south, right under a chunk. Got it. So yeah, this is south. I guess I could have told you that by looking at the map, right? The map's is already organized in the cardinal directions. When I think about it, that was a bit silly. But yeah, so this looks like more of a what do you call it? A meadow, so that's cool. So we have plenty of building space there. Some clay underneath us. Get out. Alright. So here's another cow. And here's another warm ocean biome, it looks like. Here's a nice, cool caves and cliffs style divot in the ground, or crevice if you like. Yeah, so here's another warm ocean. I don't know, it looks like it's not a coral reef, but it's definitely warm. You can tell by the lighter color, right? I believe that's right. Let's check on our F3 screen. Lukewarm ocean. So, is there a warm ocean? Somehow we're in a plains biome. I don't know how that's possible. Anyway, let's keep going this way. And yeah, we'll see if we can find some of the saplings we're missing, right? So, I'll just keep going in this straight line. And hopefully we can find some of the saplings. I think we're missing dark oak, which may be to our right here. That looks suspiciously like dark oak. So we're missing dark oak. We're definitely missing cherry. The nether ones, we'll get to the nether when we get there. But we're not quite there yet. Yeah, this looks like dark oak. I can't say for sure. We'll come back to this line in a minute, but let me just see. No, I guess not. But right in front of us, I saw something that was looked a bit like dark oak. So no, it's just some thick oaks. It looks like. Anyway, strafe a little this way. There's our birch forest. There's a dark oak thing. Biome. You can see it because you can tell, right, because of the mushrooms. See the mushrooms? So yeah, so we'll head in that direction just to grab a sapling. Yeah, so Somehow it seems like the map's getting filled in quicker than I expected. But I guess that's because a lot of our travel is in boats, right? Yeah, so there's that. Oh, I meant to do that with my sword, right? Okay. So yeah, overall I think, and here's a birch forest. Here's some turtles. I think, weren't they? I think they were supposed to overhaul the birch forest in 1.20, right? So, but they didn't. I don't really know what they were gonna do though. Like, what could they have really done that's not already there? I don't know. But yeah, we'll try to get some dark oak saplings here. And there's that. Stick. Alright. So yeah, this is a little off from the path that I was on, of course, but I do want to get those dark oak saplings. And of course, you kind of need a couple, right? Because dark oak, I double checked this a couple days ago that dark oak, unlike jungles, which can grow in 4x4 or 1x1 configurations, the dark oak has to be a 4x4, right? They never spawn in any other way. So it'd be good for us to get as many saplings as we can. Okay, so yeah, so we'll go ahead and chop this one down, and hopefully we can get some saplings from it. And yeah, I never really have built too much with dark oak as a building block, but we already got a sapling right there. That's great. Alright, I'll pick that up. So let's get this one also, just because it's not going to degenerate or despawn all the leaves if we don't. So we'll get this one too. Yeah, I was also thinking I should probably try fishing a bit more. I didn't realize that fishing, like, maybe this is probably pretty obvious, but like fishing can really get you some valuable stuff. Like I was watching, I think it was Pearlescent Moon again. Grian lended her a really good bow he fished up, which I guess, and it had like several enchantments on it, and I didn't even know that was an option, so that's pretty cool. So obviously I wouldn't fish too much on camera, right, because it's not super entertaining. Maybe on a stream if I do one of those at some point, but yeah, so this will despawn a little bit. And there's some bees, so there's that. There's another sapling. Oh no, our axe broke naturally. Yeah, so this is why I wanted to bring a crafting bench, right? Not like it would be hard to craft another one, but you probably end up needing one for stuff. So if we can get 8 saplings, I'll be satisfied, and I'll go ahead and move on. There's some more wood. So what I'd really like to find is the cherry saplings. I know those are kind of, I guess, not quite a year old now, because those were introduced in 1.20, right? So now we have 8. So should be good. There's an apple for whatever reason. Apples come out of oak trees, it seems. But yeah, so there's a bee. Alright, so we got 8. I think that'll be enough to get us started, and if we ever need more, we can just pipe on back here. Okay, so let's head back this way so that we kind of scrape along the edge of the map, and we'll see what we can find. Yeah, like I say, I guess the main goal of this episode is to do a bit of exploring, but also to get all the wood types we can. Like I say, as far as the overworld goes, I guess now we're mainly missing spruce, and we're missing cherry, and we're missing mangrove, and I think that's it, right? I think that's all of them. So we'll see what we can find. I suspect that this birch forest here is just going to keep on continuing for the rest of the map, but we'll see. I'm going to make some rose red and dye this, oops, and dye the bed red. Seems like it used to be called rose red, didn't it? Now it's just called red dye. Oh wait, so that's like your typical Minecraft looking bed, right? Before they change the colors on us. Yeah, so we'll wait a second. Might as well chop down this birch tree while we're here, I guess. I think we have plenty of birch saplings. I planted a couple of those around a couple episodes ago, and so we've got a bunch of those saplings, but you know, it can't hurt to have more. We'll get the bed, and none spawned in, which is fine. So we'll keep going this way. Alright. So it looks like we just have a rise here, a hill, and then we'll go ahead and see what's over it. I think it's just more birch forest from what I saw in the distance. Yeah, so yeah, I do wonder, like, I'll have to dig into this because I'm sure there's a bunch of videos about how Mojang sort of promised the birch forest update and then, you know, didn't deliver on it. You know, I wasn't following it that closely at the time, so I can't really be that upset about it, but I know that I think people look back at that and sort of say, well, look, you know, Mojang doesn't always do what they're going to say, do what they said they're going to do. But you know, at the end of the day, like, development things happen, right? And you can't always fulfill everything that you said. But I think it seems like they've sort of learned from that, and now they are pretty transparent about what they're actually going to be able to do. Yeah, so this is a great vista, right? So there's a nice little lake in the middle. Let's see if we can get down this hill without dying, or even taking any damage. Let's see. No, we're going to take some from this, but that's okay. There's some coal. Obviously, you know, what I'll probably do is I'll take us to the end of the map here, and then I'll probably, maybe I'll just make this a longer episode and go down along the bottom and see what we can find. Or I'll cut it in a couple of minutes, and then I'll let you know what I found. There's some spruce, so let's pick up some spruce saplings. So, yeah, you know, I always meant to do a big map, right, of this, not necessarily the spawn, but where my base is at, you know, the chunks around it. So, but you know, that's easier said than done in vanilla Minecraft. Even, you know, when you end up mapping everything, it's you have to have the map with you first of all, and then you have to. Well, I guess that's it, right? Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not like a mini map in modded where first of all you don't have to hold the map in your offhand, and then second of all you never have to worry about bringing it with you and making new ones and zooming them out and whatever. So, you know, I feel like that's one area of vanilla Minecraft that maybe they'll change at some point. You know, I feel like it would make sense to me. We'll get rid of the flint for them to change that and add in some way to get a mini map, but it just doesn't fit right because, you know, to get a mini map, you would, to like make that make sense, like within the, I guess, story of the game, you would definitely have to have some sort of tech thing going on, and we don't really have, I mean, apart from redstone obviously, but we don't have the same level of technology that we do in modded. So, you know, that's something I'd be curious to see. But then of course, you know, in the next update we have auto crafting coming, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we'll someday get a mini map. it seems like that has been on the most requested. Like it seems like it would be on the most requested list of things for a while, but maybe I'm wrong and people don't mind. I think it's a unique game mechanic that surely they won't take out at any point, but definitely, a mini map could be something to have. So that's 6 spruce saplings. So that's plenty to propagate saplings. So we'll keep going and see what we can find. I don't think there's much else at the end of the map, but we'll head to the end of it and we'll sort of go to the west when we get to the bottom. So yeah, so now we have another sapling type. The main two now we're missing is cherry and birch, or not birch, cherry and mangrove. I do think there's a swamp somewhere near my base, kind of by where the pandas were. I want to say there may be a swamp there, but I'm not sure. But mangrove's another wood that really is quite pleasing to look at. The deep red color, right? So I'd like to grab some propagules. That's one of those things. I guess that must be how mangrove trees propagate in the real world, is through propagules. Because they wouldn't have just made that up. Okay, so now we'll head this way. Why don't we just take a bit longer this episode, and we'll head west, and we'll get to the other corner, I guess the opposite corner of where our base is, and we'll see what we can find. If we can get over some hills. These hills, I mean. So, and yeah, here's a spruce forest. I don't know what this is actually called. Let's see. Taiga. Oh yeah, so we're in a taiga now. Which means, I think taigas are usually flat, right? So maybe it'll flatten out in a minute. No, I guess not. I guess I should have brought a water bucket. That was an oversight. Well, we'll see if we can get down. This should be okay. Oh, that was... Okay, that was okay, but it was a little closer than I would have liked. Yeah, so now we're kind of in a wintry area, right? I guess this is a taiga. Fill this up. There's a lava flow. And, yeah, so don't really need a boat to cross something this short, but, it makes it a little quicker. Of course, that's probably me being used to not having the swim ability, right? Since you can swim in water, or you don't really, for something like that, you don't really need a boat to get across. Anyway, so let's knock this down a little bit, and we'll keep heading this way. There's some wolves. I don't have any bones, so I can't befriend any of them, but at some point we will. So we'll keep on going. There's probably some foxes around here too. There's some podsole. This is another block that I don't think, if I break it, do I get, no, I just get dirt. I wonder how you make, I guess with a silk touch shovel, right? How you get podsole back. But, yeah, that's one of those blocks also that I think was in the game for a long time, but then it didn't really spawn in game, it just kind of existed. And then eventually it, now shows up in, let's see if we're in a taiga still. Old growth spruce taiga. So, whatever that means. Yeah, so we'll just keep heading this way. I feel like exploring is a good way to spend an episode, so we'll just keep on going. Probably will end around the 40-minute mark. I think that's about when we'll arrive at the end of the map. So now we just have straight up dirt. Is this the same biome? Pine taiga, old growth pine taiga. I don't know why it says old growth in front of it. There's probably some internal reason behind that. Yeah, this is another thing that I feel like in recent years has been added, is the ability to have huge trees like this, huge pine trees. So, Although I feel like, they should probably just add in pine wood. I was recently playing Enigmatica 2 Expert just a little. I kind of got pulled away into playing vanilla, but that's a pack I've tried to do several times, and I think it's a great pack. But it's hard to keep yourself committed for a long time. So if at any point anyone wants to see me play through that pack or another expert quest-based mod pack, those have always piqued my interest. But I always get distracted somehow and never end up finishing them. So, but anyways, in that pack there is because of biomes of plenty, there's actually pine wood. And here's a whole family of foxes. Look at that. Too bad I don't have any winter berries. If I find any, I'm going to pick it up and bring it, because those are a nice little thing to... Oh, there's some right here. So we'll pick up some of these and add it to our little farm. Get rid of these oak planks. And take that. So now we have a bunch of winter berries. Cool. Okay, we're going to have to sleep in a second. Let's see, we'll go around this way. Maybe we'll just sleep right here. There we go. And, yeah, so we'll keep on going. Keep on going this way. And we'll see what we can find. I guess I've said that a million times, right? We'll see what we can find, but, I mean, that's what we're doing, right, when we explore, so... Seeing if we find anything nice and different from where we've been, and so far we've been pretty successful on that front, so I would call this a success, even if we stopped right now, but I'd like to at least see what's on the other corner of the map, and then I guess off camera I'll make my way back to the base. There's the outpost, I think that's what that's called, right? So we don't want to get too close to that. Although I think that's where you can get allays, right? So that might be handy. Good to know. It's another thing that's it's one of those Bedrock Java parity issues, right? Where you can how to mark things on your map is what I'm referencing. So I think I don't know how it is in Bedrock because I don't really play Bedrock, but I know that there's a village too. Great. I know that in Java you can make banners and then click them with your map and it'll mark them, which is really handy. Whereas in Bedrock, I think there's some other way for you to do it, and I don't know how. But anyway, it's kind of interesting that we still have these two versions of Minecraft, but I don't really know. Let's go forward, I guess. And we'll kind of strafe to the north to get to the village in a minute, but right now I'm going to kind of head past this outpost here. We'll kind of go a little bit further. And yeah, it always is curious to me that we have those two editions, but it's better than it used to be, right? I mean, remember, there used to be an edition for every console, and it wasn't the same as the other editions. So, they're sort of have done a good job of consolidating things, I think. But I guess it's because, right, Java is a completely different code base. It's not. I don't know what Bedrock is coded in, but Java is obviously not Java. So, yeah, it makes sense to me that it would be hard to bring them together. But I'm sure there's a million videos out there too explaining this issue. Why don't we go ahead and end the episode by checking this village, rather than going all the way to the corner, or maybe we'll just do both. But I'd like to see what this village has to offer, because let's break this. No, we won't, because we don't have any inventory space. I don't have any potatoes. I didn't have any beetroots, but now I do. So we'll see if we can get some potatoes, just for the sake of completeness. And we'll see what else they've got over here. It's kind of interesting that the outpost is so close to the village. I don't know if that's always how they generate. I don't think so. I think that's just a funny coincidence. It's like a sort of enemy versus the peaceful villagers. But anyway, yeah, this looks like a nice village, so we'll see what we've got here. It's our first village too. We haven't found a village yet, so that's exciting. And there's some hay bales I see. So this will be good for at some point when we make a sort of villager farm. But for now, we'll just know it's here, and we'll see what we can take from it. Nothing too interesting. So there's a rabbit. There's an iron golem. And there's the villagers making their villager sounds. I don't see any agriculture. Let's see. These are interesting houses. There's some cats. Let's see. This guy actually has a profession. There's a leather tunic. Some bread, leather tunic, leather boots. Which, we have plenty of leather at home, so we don't really need that. But, no, nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, so it's a nice, as far as supplying us with villagers, it's good, but apparently there's not really, unless it continues this way. I think this is just the end of the village, but that's interesting. I didn't know they would do the little lampposts on stripped wood now. It used to be, it was always black wool, and I think that still spuns in, but anyway. So yeah, why don't we just keep on going? We'll just head to this corner over here. So a bit longer in this video. I think we'll probably end at about the 45-minute mark or so. Yeah, I thought it's kind of a natural cutting off point just to see what the edges of our world look like. And probably between this episode and the next one, I'll try to fill in the map. I can even put in some clips of interesting things I find if there's anything. But yeah, so or I could also just continue the exploration in the next episode. It's also a possibility. So anyway, but for now, let's just get to the other corner. I think we're close enough to it, but I'll be a little more careful. The most annoying thing, right, when you're mapping is if you find out later that you've missed a pixel on the map that you wanted to get filled in. So here we are. I think a good principle to operate by would be to basically to just have a kind of restrict your play area to areas you've mapped, because that way, right, you can keep better track of all your journeys or all your locations in the world. So that may be something I try to do in my series, is just to keep on mapping, and then whenever we establish a new outpost someplace, we'll have it on the map. So that'd be cool. Let me know what you think, or how you guys operate in your world. Yeah, so we're almost to the end here, and let's see. Looks like what that mass is over there. Can't really tell. A shipwreck, maybe? Let's see. Looks like maybe it's just some cobble. I didn't really know. Oh, it's an azalea bush. I think I've seen also that if you have an azalea, underneath it is going to be some moss, like under in a cave underneath it or something. I'm not sure if that's true or if that's only in certain scenarios or what, but anyway, we have an azalea bush. So, you know, I feel like that was a missed opportunity, right? They could have made that a separate wood. Like, even if it was just subtly different, like, that could have been a different wood, I feel like. But, anyway. Still, it's pretty. And here's a big ocean. Looks like another taiga or pine forest in the distance. And there's our azalea bush. We could grab some of those flowers with our shears. But I don't have that much inventory space, so I'm going to keep on going. There's a fox. And we're just about to the edge. So yeah, so if you've tuned in for this slightly longer episode, we're at about 45 minutes now, like I expected. If you've tuned in, I appreciate you, and keep on watching, and there should be an episode that comes out the day after this one comes out, so feel free to keep on watching along with me, and yeah, I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I am, and yeah, thanks for watching, and probably either the next time you see me, I'll either have mapped out this whole section, or this whole map, or we'll still be mapping along together, so anyway, let me know which option you think I should take in the comments, and if I can get to them before I record the next episode, I'll take that into account. So, anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a great day, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.